I'm very excited to be here with my pal Barney Harle to talk about the World Human Powered Vehicle Championships coming up in the UK here in a couple of months. Let me just say at the very beginning, before I say hi to Barney, that we did try desperately to find an English-speaking representative of the Human Powered Vehicle Championships, but Barney is all we could find. So, Barney Harle, welcome back to the Laid Back Bike Report.
Thanks, Gary, and good to be here.
Super. So I think I'm going to let you have at it. You are one of the principals putting on the amazing races this year. And I wanted to have you on to talk to the folks about what this is all about and the details. So, Barney, take it away. Let's hear more about the Human Powered Vehicle Championships.
So, for those who don't know, it's a regular fixture of the European racing calendar. And this year it's hosted by the British Human Power Club. We're based back in Kent at Betshanger, where we were in 2018 and 2012. You were there with us, Gary. You've done those fabulous videos. You know, some of the best videos we've ever seen of HPV racing with those that you and Lars took. So we'll be running the event over 3 days. 16th to the 18th of August. There'll be a small scrutineering followed by a Friday night time trial race. And then there'll be 3 races on Saturday and 2 races on Sunday, followed by prize giving. It's all on site in a large country park. There's 2 loops, one 1.2 kilometers, one 2.1 kilometers, and the 2 can be linked together to give us a 3 and a bit kilometer big loop. And we have camping available on site. So it really is a festival of HPVs. I think you'll testify from having seen it yourself. And
yeah, I will be happy to testify to that. It was one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever had. Lots of fun. So I would encourage folks to certainly to participate and also maybe just to go and watch as well. Barney, do you want to maybe go into a little more detail day by day of what the events will be?
Yeah, so the park will open Friday morning. Scrutineering will start Friday lunchtime. So we'll be checking your machines to make sure that they're purely human powered, no motors or electricity allowed, that there's no sharp sticky out bits anywhere, and that your brakes work sufficiently. And every rider needs to wear a certified helmet. That's not our rule. That's the rule of the park and the rule of the insurers. And then on Friday evening, we'll be running 1 kilometre time trials from a standing start. That'll be the first of the scored racing events, but it will also act as a seeding event to allow us to put you into the appropriate races later in the weekend. Because Saturday morning starts with a 1 hour criterium race, split into 3 fleets, the slow fleet, the medium fleet, and the fast fleet. And then Saturday afternoon, we'll be doing 100-metre sprints from a flying start and 300-metre sprints from a standing start. So that'll be a fairly packed day of activity. And then on Sunday morning, we start with our famous trolley dash event, the 15-minute sprints, and then they'll be followed by the 3-hour endurance race, generally known as Welcome to Hell. It's purgatory on a bicycle for 3 hours. And following that up with a prize-giving ceremony in the afternoon. Some rather nice prizes to be given out for those people who can therefore claim to be world champions.
Sounds really good. And yeah, you guys have it organized so well. If it goes like it did last time, it's going to be obvious. All right, so you talked a little bit about each of the races and mentioned prizes. So now, could you just, this is a little bit, seems convoluted to me, but could you talk a little bit about how points are awarded and how those prizes are set up?
So we'll be awarding points for each of the 6 different racing events, and you'll be scored on average speed. So even if you're put in the medium race and you have a stunning sprint and you become the 10th fastest overall, you will be ranked ahead of those people who are in the fast race ahead of you. So the fastest man on the course will get, I think it's 1,000 points. And then each place behind that will get a reduction of 5% against that. and all those points are added up over the course of the 6 races. And you've got to be in it to win it. So it really is critical to get on the course for each of the 6 events, because that will get you points. We're also then subdividing it into classes. It's blatantly unfair that a 16-year-old junior on an unfaired bicycle is racing against a 32-year-old athlete in a carbon velomobile. So we're classifying people, and as you enter, if you register for the event, you'll be asked some basic questions about the machine you intend to race. How many wheels does it have? Does it have a fairing? Is it fully enclosed? Is it powered by arms? Because we're also big on hand cyclists in the UK. I know we've already got Steve Marsh, who's quite an awesome animal of a cyclist, is registered with his hand bike. And we'll be asking you, male or female, because we award a ladies' championship as well as a men's. But as you fill in the website, it will automatically bring you down towards a suggested category. And we'll be awarding probably 8 to 10, maybe 12 subcategories of prizes, as well as the overall world champion.
Super. Barney, could you maybe go into a little bit of detail about the types of vehicles that you're going to see there? You described the categories, but there are some very unusual bikes, and, well, it's more than bikes. Tell us about the different types of bikes you're going to see there.
We've got 70 entrants as we speak. So this being the 31st of May, 70 people have entered. We've got at least one upright tricycle. We've got at least one hand cycle. We have 5 pedal cars. Now, pedal cars are a very specific UK class, which are 4-wheeled vehicles built to a very specific specification. We have quite a lot of velomobiles. We have a good smattering of unfaired tricycles. And then we have the bicycle classes. So we have people on unfaired low races, unfaired high races. We have them with park fairing. So we've got at least some tail faired bikes entering. And we then have, obviously, those bikes who are hoping to be the world champions, the fully faired streamliners. So things like Snoopy that you may have seen from Russ, and Slash with his Beano, and Liam in Not So. So the 3 UK guys who are really up for this. And I think there'll be some good close competition and some really good fast racing.
And a lot of fun, because I can tell you from my experience, I mean, people come, they race, but let's not forget the aspects of the socializing, being there with folks who are doing the same thing that you are, building something similar perhaps than you're building in, and the amazing opportunity to be able to see what other people have been working on and are bringing, and maybe something technical aspects of something you see that you may be able to incorporate in something you're working on. So there's a very fun socializing and educational aspect of this all. Right?
Oh yes, the old American phrase, the show and tell. It really is a full weekend of show and tell. And we encourage people who aren't racing to spectate. There's loads of opportunity to come in and just see what's going on. And the park has improved since you were there, Gary. We've now got a proper restaurant and visitor centre. Oh. So, facilities are even better than they were last time.
But how about volunteers? I remember last time I was there, there were quite a few volunteers. What do they do? And do you need more of them this time around?
Yeah, we'd love people to volunteer. We've got a few already. You go to the same website you would go to register as a racer. And I think you'll be putting the web address up for us in the post to Gary. So much appreciated for that. And you can register as a volunteer. It's free to enter. And we'll give you a tabard, ask you to stand marshalling a crossing, wave the flags, carry a radio. If you've got special skills, if you can translate for us, that's much appreciated. Unfortunately, my language skills are very limited. We do a lot of gesticulating and pointing. But it's really nice if we have some people who can speak some foreign languages, and generally to be friendly and help people around the course, point people in the right direction.
Good.
As you saw last time, Gary, I'll be cycling around with a very large flag on the back of my bike so people know where I am.
What is that flag, Barney?
That's the Northumbrian flag.
The Northumbrian flag, that's right.
Big orange and yellow checkerboard flag.
Beautiful.
It's
Yes.
something I don't do at any other time. I never ride with a flag on a recumbent, but I do for the purpose of the World Championship so people can find me.
Well, it's a sight to see, Barney. I can assure the viewers of that. All right, let's hone in a little bit more about registration, which you briefly mentioned for volunteers. And registration, of course, is important for those wishing to race. So you get on the website, obviously. Tell us about the details of registration, deadlines, and such.
So deadlines, we've got the first deadline is coming up in a couple of weeks, in about a week's time after this broadcast, which is the early bird discount disappears. So we're currently offering a discount for those who register early. And you need to be registered by early August. The dates are on the website, but we have to close registration about 10 days before the championships in order to allow us to order the t-shirts for everybody and just to make sure we've got all the right race numbers printed. As part of entering, we'll be giving you some racing tags. We use some RFID detector tags to do the timing system. So we need to print and prepare probably upwards of 100 sets of RFID tags. So we just need that time. If anybody does turn up on the day, they will not be able to race, I'm afraid. We will have to turn people away who haven't pre-registered.
Okay, so we need to emphasize that if you are interested in racing, make sure you get on the website, do it as soon as you can, and get registered. So, all right, Barney, great. Let's finish up. I was hoping to get some of your personal thoughts on what you may most be looking forward to at this particular event. Maybe your thoughts about maybe some top racers you anticipate seeing, and maybe some records you think that are out there that may get toppled this year. What are your thoughts about what's coming up?
Having been to Aldenhoven last year and seen the German ultra cycling record attempts, I'm really hoping that some of those guys come over. Matthias Koenig was absolutely immense when he raced last time on an unfair low mid racer. It would be wonderful to see them bring their velomobiles that they were using for the ultra cycling events to see how fast they can put them around a slightly shorter circuit event. Being patriotic, we've got our three guys who appeared on GCN recently racing the mopeds, Liam, Slash and Russ. Personally, being one of the builder engineer pair on Russ's Woodstock machine, I really want to see what Russ can do with that. But I think it'll be interesting to see if some of those Germans come, just how fast they'll put their velomobiles round. So I'm looking forward to Sunday morning, the 15-minute race with about 30 to 40 guys going hell for leather, 30 to 40 miles an hour into that bottom corner.
Yep. It's something to see, and you should be there to see it, folks, if you can. And if not, we'll probably have Barney back on and get a recap of what happened after the races, maybe early fall. But Barney, thank you so much for coming on and sharing the information about the World Human Powered Vehicle Championships. And always exciting. We recommend it. And Barney, we will see you soon, pal. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Gary.